We spent 3 incredible days in Lake Como, and here's what we did.
Where do we go? This
We
way?
took the ferry straight to Bellagio, which is where our Airbnb was. It was right off the Salita Cerboloni famous cobblestone staircase. I'm not gonna lie, the climb to this Airbnb was difficult. Luckily, my husband carried our bags up the staircase. But don't worry, you guys, the climb was totally worth it because our Airbnb was incredible. For an Airbnb for just 2 people, we had 3 separate patios to enjoy. And being right in the heart of Bellagio, there was a lot to see off these patios. I mean, seriously, take a look at this view. We practically spent every evening out on this patio after each dinner. Speaking of dinner, we went to Baba Yaga our first night. Baba Yaga is a cozy little pizza spot where we were actually able to score a table on the patio with no reservation.
Got it.
Bonus points because it was some of the best pizza we had on our entire trip. The next morning kicked off my favorite day of the entire trip. This was the day we got to drive our own rental boat around the entirety of Lake Como. But of course, like any boat day, we had to start the day off by fueling up with a hearty breakfast. We grabbed a couple of lattes and some pastries before heading out to La Punta Spartivento. We just had a little bit of time to kill before the boat day, so we went to this beautiful lookout point where you can see all 3 branches of Lake Como meet. We got there at 9:30 and had the entire place to ourselves. We rented our boat from Boat Hire Bellagio, which is about a 30-minute walk from the heart of Bellagio, which we didn't mind at all because the walk was stunning and Mirko, who runs Boat Hire Bellagio, was top of the line. Mirko actually provided us with a map of the lake and suggested where we go after taking a look at the weather forecast for the day. He told us to start out in the Lecco branch, which is the southeastern stretch of the lake. This part of the lake didn't even look like Lake Como to me. It was incredibly peaceful and secluded. There were way fewer towns on this side of the lake, so the nature was truly untouched. Honestly, we were the only boat over on this side of the lake, so we felt free to kind of pop our champagne and dance around. It was almost like we had the entire lake to ourselves. After enjoying a couple glasses of champagne and really taking in the natural beauty of the Lecco branch, we decided it was time to head up towards the Colico branch. The town of Varenna sits at the very top of the Lecco branch and the very bottom of the Colico branch. This village is truly something out of a storybook. We planned to spend the next morning in the village itself, but seeing it from the water was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. Next we headed to the Colico branch, and this is a very rugged and windswept part of the lake. The further north you get on the lake, the closer to the Italian Alps you are getting. So as a passenger, this was probably my least favorite part of the trip, but Tanner driving was having the best time hitting the waves. Next we headed towards the most iconic part of the lake, the Como branch. The Como branch is iconic for so many reasons. Via Balbianello is on the Como branch, and you might recognize it from its appearances in the Star Wars and the James Bond franchises. We spent quite a bit of time just admiring the villa itself before we moved on, and checked out George Clooney's favorite lakeside mansion as well. And to round out our boat day before returning back to Bellagio, Tanner had to jump off the famous Nesso Bridge. After our incredible boat day, we woke up early the next day determined to complete the Golden Triangle. The Golden Triangle consists of Bellagio, Varenna, and Menagio. We ferried straight to Varenna in the morning for breakfast at Bar Il Molo. After breakfast, we decided to walk the streets of Varenna. There were so many amazing surprises in Varenna. There were so many places to stop and get your feet wet. After a couple of hours of walking around Varenna, we decided to make our way back to the ferry. The ferry from Varenna to Menagio was very quick. I probably did the least amount of research on Menagio, so I didn't really know what to expect. I was surprised to find out that this was probably the best town for shopping. and we thoroughly enjoyed walking around the lakeside promenade with a beer in hand. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you're planning a trip to Lake Como, check out the blog post linked below for all the details. It's packed
Okay.
with tips, hidden gems, and everything we did. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel inspo.